You're doing it right now, manufacturing your own weakness with every affirmation. Every time you tell yourself, I can handle this, or everything happens for a reason, you're training your mind to need comfort instead of building strength. How long has this been true? By the end of this, you'll know exactly why your positive thinking has become the very thing keeping you mentally weak, and what the Stoics understood about real psychological resilience that modern self-help refuses to tell you. Here's what nobody wants you to realize. Every morning when you stand in front of the mirror and repeat those affirmations, every time you scroll through those motivational every moment you spend trying to think your way into feeling better, you're actually programming yourself for failure. Because positive thinking is a drug. And like any drug, it feels good in the moment, while slowly destroying your capacity to handle reality. Think about it. When did you start needing daily doses of motivation? When did you become someone who requires external validation to feel capable? When did your inner voice become so weak that you had to drown it out with borrowed confidence? Aurelius Maximus once told me something that shattered my understanding of strength. His steel blue eyes fixed on mine as he said, "The mind that needs constant reassurance has already surrendered to doubt. True power comes not from believing you can handle everything, but from knowing you don't need to." This is the trap. Positive thinking teaches you to avoid negative emotions instead of mastering them. It promises you control over outcomes instead of control over your responses. It makes you dependent on feeling good instead of being good at feeling whatever comes. And here's the devastating truth. Every time you use positive thinking to escape discomfort, you're confirming to your subconscious that discomfort is something to be feared. You're literally training yourself to be weaker. The ancient Stoics understood something we've forgotten. They knew that trying to control your thoughts was the path to mental slavery, not freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Notice what he didn't say. He didn't say you have power over your feelings. He didn't say you should think positive thoughts. He said you have power over your mind's response to what you cannot control. This is where Marcus Stone's transformation began. Not when he started thinking positively, but when he stopped needing to. When he realized that his strength wasn't measured by his ability to stay optimistic, but by his ability to remain functional regardless of what he felt. Marcus Stone learned to treat his emotions like weather. You don't try to control the rain. You don't affirm it away or think it into sunshine. You acknowledge it's raining, and you continue with your mission anyway. The Stoics called this preferred indifference, not because they didn't have preferences, but because they refused to let their preferences control their actions. They understood that mental toughness isn't about feeling tough. It's about acting effectively while feeling whatever you're feeling. Here's what changes everything. Instead of trying to think your way into confidence, start acting your way into competence. Instead of affirming that you're strong, start doing things that require strength. Instead of believing you can handle anything, start handling the specific thing in front of you right now. Because here's what positive thinking never taught you. Your brain doesn't believe what you tell it. Your brain believes what you show it through your actions. Every time you do something difficult while feeling uncertain, every time you continue forward despite fear, every time you choose growth over comfort, you're depositing real evidence of your capability into your subconscious. This is practical Stoicism, not the ability to think your problems away, but the discipline to act correctly regardless of how you think or feel about those problems. Seneca understood this when he wrote, "Every new thing excites the mind, but a mind made steady by practice is not moved." Practice, not positive thinking, not affirmations. Practice handling reality as it is, not as you wish it were. The transformation happens when you stop trying to feel ready and start getting ready. When you stop trying to eliminate fear and start acting despite fear. When you stop trying to control outcomes and start controlling your effort. This is your choice. Continue seeking comfort in borrowed confidence, or start building real strength through deliberate discomfort. Continue needing daily motivation, or develop the discipline that makes motivation irrelevant. The Stoics knew something that modern psychology is just rediscovering. Mental resilience isn't built by avoiding stress. It's built by adapting to stress. Not by thinking your way out of problems, but by acting your way through them. Your positive thinking has been your negative reality, because it taught you to need what you should provide for yourself. It made you a consumer of confidence instead of a creator of competence. Real strength doesn't need daily affirmation. Real capability doesn't require constant motivation. Real power comes from the quiet knowledge that whatever happens, you'll handle it. Not because you believe you can, but because you've proven to yourself that you do. You don't see it yet, but this is only the beginning.